Kumar Singh, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering. Today we are going to discuss one of the important subject of BTech Mechanical Engineering 7 semesters that has been included in IP University, and the most of the university in India, they have included that course because nowadays it is very important subject, if you're talking about everything from the morning to the evenings, we are using nowadays mechatronics. So this subject is very important. It is one of the elective subject in 7 semesters. So out of all those subjects, we have opted mechatronics because it is having the very good job potentials. Okay, and it is very important subject for today as well as for the coming days also. Okay, so this is one of the subject mechatronics. Okay, whose course is ETMT 403. So this is in the curriculum of the 7 semesters. Okay, so today I'm going to start. Today we are going to discuss the introduction parts of the mechatronics because it is a very thorough subject. We need a lot of time to explain all those things. Okay, so first of all, we would like to go through the historical perspective of mechatronics, right? Historical perspective of the mechatronics. The first demonstrator device was invented by Tessie Bosch, a barber and a mechanic who is living in the Alexandria time during the 3rd century BC, right? So the water clock of Tessie Bosch used a float regulators, float regulators that you are familiar in, fluid mechanics and the fluid systems, right? So Philon used a float regulator in an oil lamp is approximately 250 BC for maintaining a constant level of the fuel oil, right? So why they have invented those? For maintaining the level constant for the fuel oil tank, right? Okay. So Cornelis Drebbel, who was worked for the 1572-1633 of Holland. He is from the Holland, who had devised the temperature regulator. On that base, they have devised the temperature regulator and representing one of the first feedback system of that era, because earlier to this all instruments are there but they don't have the feedback device, right? So you just keep in the mind that Holland scientist or Holland inventor who has devised the temperature regulator, whose name is the Cornelis Drebbel, okay, who has represented one of the first feedback device system of that system, because all are the open, all device used earlier was not containing this facility of feedback, right? So the first mechanical calculating machine was invented by Pascal in 1642, right? 1642. Then next to this, these are the things what we are discussing about the before the inventions of mechatronic product. Okay, so day by day the new inventions have been made. So the Dennis Papins, he has invented a pressure safety regulator for steam boilers. He has invented pressure safety regulator valve for steam boilers in 1681, right? So if you'll see the first historical feedback system claimed by Russia, okay, and which has been developed by Paul Junov in 1765. You will see the diagram. Of first invented feedback system. Feedback system, and which has been claimed by the Russian. This is what water level float regulating valves, and this is what the watt fly governors. The modification has been made in 1769. Furthermore, it has been discovered with a feedback device. Okay, and what I already told you, water level float regulators in the steam boiler. Okay, in order to maintain the water levels in a water level in a turbine, right? Okay, so you will see. Next to this, the precursor to the numerically controlled. So already I discussed you the in 1950s eras, and say 1950s and 1960s eras. So the machine which has been developed for automated manufacturing appeared in the early of 1800s with the invention of feed-forward control of weaving loom by Joseph Jacquard of France. I already discussed the same thing in the computer integrated manufacturing. What he has, the name of that person or name of that scientist was the Joseph Jacquard. He is from the France. Okay, so he have invented forward control of weaving looms, for the cloth industries. Okay, so the looms, the yarns, and the looms are, fast forward or feed forward in that pattern. Okay, so in the late of 1800s, the subject now known as the control theory, and that was intimated by the Jesse Maxwell, and though the analysis of state of the differential equation, which has been described by the Flywell-Governor. Okay, so the Maxwell investigated the effect of various system parameters on the system performance. Well, Maxwell investigated all the various effects, that the effect of that parameter on particular system. Okay, so at about the same time, Vyas-Hengradsky formulated a mathematical theory of the regulators. What he had developed? Mathematical theory of the regulators. Okay, so in 1830, the Michael Faraday described the law of the inductions that forms the basis of the electric motors and the electrodynamo. So further advancement has been made day by day. So 1930s, this is the era of the Michael Faraday, who had described the law of the induction that you are familiar with all. Okay, the forms of the basis for electrical motor. This forms on the basis of the electrical motors and the electrodynamo. Okay, subsequently you will see late of 1880s, Nikola Tesla invented the AC induction motor. The basic idea of controlling what? Mechanical system automatically, and that was established by the end of 1800. Okay, so furthermore, the development of pneumatic control elements in 1930s matured to a point of finding application in the process industries. Okay, so during the 1940s, they continued advance in mathematical and analytical methods of the solidified the notions of control engineering as independent engineering discipline. Right. So in the United States, the development of telephone systems and the electronic, feedback amplifier. Okay, spurred the use of feedback by board Nyquist. I think Nyquist formulas. Electronic people are very familiar with the Nyquist formula. Okay, and back at the Bell Telephone's laboratories, the operation of feedback amplifiers was described in the frequency domain. Right, they have described in the frequency domain of amplifiers. Okay, and the ensuing design and analysis practice are now generally classified as the classical control, right? So that during the same time period, control theory was developed in Russia and Eastern Europe, right? So mathematicians and all the mechanicians in the former Soviet Union dominated the field of control and the concentrated on the time domain, right? So formulations using state variable system occurred in 1960s. Okay, and led to design and analysis practice, and now generally classified as modern control, right? As modern control. Rather than this, I already have discussed some of the aspects in the computer integrated manufacturing. I mean, the automations comes once the mechatronics products has been integrated, right? So the World War II effort led to further advances in the theory practice of automatic control, in an effort to design and construct the automatic aeroplane fighters, gun positioning system, radar antenna control system, and the other military systems. Okay, before the invention of those devices, we are having very conventional machines, a very conventional device by which we are monitoring our borders, right? On the commercial side, if you'll see that they are driven by the cost saving achieved through the mass production. Okay, because it is very costly. If you are not producing those things on the mass production or mass level, so though it is very expensive that nobody can bear it. Okay, so the automation of the production process was a highly priority and beginning in the 1940s. So during 1950, the invention of the CAM, linkage, chain drives become the major enabling technology for the invention of the new product and high speed precision manufacturing and assembly, right? So textiles and the printing machines, paper converting machines and the sewing machines, high volume precision manufacturing become a reality during the period, right? So if you'll see the development of the microprocessor in the late of 1960s to the early form of the computer control in process and the product design, right? Example, if you'll include numerically controlled machine, I already discussed NC, you are familiar in computer integrated manufacturing machine. Okay, so numerical control machines and aircraft control systems. Okay, so the launch of Sputnik and the advent of the space age provides yet another impetus to the constituted development of the controlled mechanical system. Okay, so missile and all the space probe necessitates the development complex and highly accurate control system. Furthermore, the need to minimize satellite mass that required to minimize the amount of the fuel required for the mission while providing the accurate control, encouraging all the advancements in the important field of the optimal control, right? So these are the historical aspects that we have gone through, right? So now I'm going to tell you what is mechatronics. What is mechatronics? And how the emergence of mechatronics has been happened. So you will see the advancements in the semiconductor and the integrated circuit manufacturing. This leads to the development of the new class of product. What? New class of products that incorporated mechanical and the electronic in the system. So basically from the beginning, if you are talking about, so this is what the mechatronics. Okay, so mechatronics. Okay, so mechanics and electronics, this is the integration derived from the mechanics and the electronics. Okay, so the mecha from the electronics, mecha from the mechanics, and tronics from the electronics, that will integrate and give the mechatronics. So initially, the mechatronic system referred to the system with only one mechanical and the electronic component, mechanical and the electrical component. No computations was involved, right? So example of such a system include the automatic sliding door, vending machines, and garage door openers, right? Okay. So mechatronics basically refer to mechanical electronic system, and normally if you describe, so mechatronics may be described as the synergistic combination of the mechanical, electrical, electronic, computer and control system, which when combined make possible the generation of a simple and more economic and the reliable system. Okay, so I must tell you, so you will see this diagram. This is what the integration of all those systems. You will see the mechanical CAD, you will see the mechanics of the system, you will see the electromechanics, you will see the electronic system, you will see the control system, you will see control system, you will control the digital control system, you will see the computer system. So all integrated towards what? Manufacturing, material processing, automotive, aerospace, medical, okay, geography, okay, defense system, consumer products. So all those segments have been covered by the mechatronics. So the term mechatronics was first assigned by Mr. Tetsuro Mori, a senior engineer of Japanese company, and you are familiar with the name Yasukawa in 1969. Mechatronics can also be defined as an integration of electronic, control engineering and the mechanical engineering. You can also define in your own way the synergistic combination of precision mechanical engineering, electronic controls, and the system thinking in the design of product and manufacturing processes. Also, you can define in your own way the interdisciplinary field of engineering dealing with the design of product whose function relies on the synergetic integration of mechanical and electronic components, that is coordinated by control architecture. Control architecture, right? Control architecture. Okay. So if you'll see the mechatronics applications, I think if I will talk about the mechatronics system, so from the beginning, from the morning to the evenings, we are facing a lot of we are familiar with a lot of mechatronics product. So everywhere we are using the mechatronics product, like smart consumer products. If you are talking about the application part, so you will see the smart consumer products. That is what the home security. Nowadays, every institutions and every home is furnished with the camera. So what activity you can trace out from outside. Okay, so home security, camera. That in every kitchen is furnished with the micro oven, toaster. Every hostels and household goods and house kitchens are furnished with the toaster and the micro ovens. And then dishwashers, the laundry, the washer dryer, climate control units, etc. Okay, so these are the smart consumer products. If you are talking about the means what segment they have covered, they have segment they have covered the segment of the smart consumer products. They have covered the medical field, they have covered the defense field, they have covered the manufacturing, they have covered the automotive, they have covered the distribution systems. All fields have been covered by mechatronics. Okay, so you will see in medical applications, implant devices, assisted surgery, haptic, etc. Okay, in defense, unmanned air, ground, and underwater vehicle. Okay, smart munitions, ammunitions, and jet engines, etc. In manufacturing, if you see the robotics nowadays, it is very familiar, machines, processes, etc. In automotive fields, it is very much adapted. Climate control, anti-locking braking, active suspension, cruise controls, airbags, engine management, safety, etc. Okay, so in distribution system and the network analysis, distributed robotics, tele-robotics, intelligent highway, etc. So these are the thorough segments. If you see the what are the products, if you see a robot examples, if you see the diagram, a robot example. Okay, so you will see those diagrams. This is the humanoid robot. This is the ABJ, automated guided vehicles. Okay, so these are the types of the robots we are using nowadays with familiarity. These are the camera and all those components of these are all kind of the sensors. Okay, and in our computer system, computer disk drive. This is what the computer disk drive. In laptops and the computer system, we are using this kind of hard disk. Okay, this kind of hard disk, right? And some of the mechatronics products that you are familiar, I think. The mechatronics products, tools. Nowadays, drilling is fastener technology greatly adapted in our society. So the tools like this. If you see tools like this to drill anywhere else. Okay, we are using the computer PCs, we are using the laptop, we are using the car, we are using the electronic camera, we are using the MEMS. Okay, we are using the high speed trains like metro and the bullet train. We are using the stealth bomber. Okay, so these all are the mechatronics products. These all are the mechatronic product nowadays we are using. Okay, so furthermore we will discuss the new topic. Furthermore we are discussing the new topic in next classes apart from this introductory classes. So there are the several advantages associated, disadvantages associated with them. So the mechatronics, I told you, it involves the number of technologies of mechanical engineering, technologies of electronic engineering, technology of electrical engineering, technology of the computer technology, and the technology of the control system. Okay, so these all applications are based on the digital control techniques through the electrical and electronics interface. Okay, So it represents the next generation machine. You can say the human-less machine. Okay, like a robot and a smart mechanism for carrying out the work in the variety of environment, like in the factory situation, like in the factory automations, office automations, home automations, everywhere. Okay, so thank you all. We will thoroughly discuss much more about the mechatronics in next classes. Okay, so thank you once again. Okay, thank you once again.